So let's get this one rolling here, guys. Click it and Virtual Man here in the quarterfinals, not the quarterfinals of the Beyond Gaming Cup number 4. Justin TV, Thermal Take, and QPad all donating here. But, with those semifinals coming up, we're finally going to get into that prize pool range, and the teams are now loaded. Looking at them, no Grimrog, QQ, but I didn't really expect any. But these teams, they're pretty solidly balanced. 22s and 24s. We're going to have to see what they can bring to the table here.
Yeah, dude, this is going to be pretty interesting. Going to be one of our closer matches of the day. Not just going to be a 3-0 stomp back and forth.
Hey, it's the old man.
Dude, it's the old man rocking out. What's up? Dude, I really kind of like these teams. We have a bit of a rushdown composition actually on Clicket's side with the Astronomer Guardian. They have the potential to put out some sick damage at the start, and with some good solid CC to back it up. So we're going to have to see what joinig, Wiki, and Lumicola, decide to do to handle this, because they do have some excellent survivability on their side as well. Already, Center PT getting pulled in there at the start, going to get his Wuju proc as, this may not be the optimal situation for them, getting caught behind that Chrono, so that's going to stop a lot of pressure from the inhibitor as he is forced to reposition. But Troll just getting destroyed right now, work down. Not going to proc that dispersion, and he is sitting with a rune shield, but he is sitting so low right now. That is not optimal at all. Wiki loading up the Shadow Bolt, goes completely wide, but joinig doing a great job of keeping the pressure on there. We have the double ulti coming out, God mode and machine gun to the face, and right now Cold Team is taking a lot of damage, too much pressure, and they are 2-3 right now. I cannot see them making it back from this sort of situation, as, look at the health difference right now, dude. These guys sitting pretty full health. And Cold Team really not finding their groove at all. Horribly shaky. We got, some of the team chat coming out. But, just that's a rough start to, start things off. That first round in a map is so clutch for just getting that momentum and carrying it on with you throughout the rest of it. As, getting destroyed first round, dude, that is like a blow to your confidence right there. That is not a good way.
Nah, it's all about the mind games, the mentality. If you're in a good mood, you typically will end up doing better. The stress makes you do some mistakes, and then you berate yourself, then it just goes all downhill from there. But this is a team that did beat out Seeking for Perfection, so we have to assume that they could do a little bit better than that. So we got Troy's going to be jumping in there with the Guardian, and we're going to have joinig jump out of that. It looks like a little bit of a collapse going down, but he's going to come back to his teammates. Lumicola in the back is actually sitting in a really nice position, because he have to go through 2 teammates to get to him. And the CCs, I just haven't really seen the CCs come out quite enough yet. Guardian's going to be jumping in here. Oh, and double ultimate onto both Wiki and Lumicola. And now it almost looks like a corner fight at this time, but the Guardian is still sitting a little bit too low for comfort. We do got the chain heal going off. We do got Zorak throwing out the heals as well, but what happened to Sinner? He just really dropped right there. The rune shield going down as well, but it's going to dispel. The Wuju going down onto Wiki, but again, the health differences are looking pretty big. Whoa, they'll lock down to the machine gun onto 2 kills. Right there for joinig. That was huge clutch damage right there. That really should have rocketed him up in the damage. So let's say 317 right there. Machine gun 58. So not as big as an impact, but
dude, it's all
that
Wiki.
lockdown. Wow, good
it's
combo.
All Wiki. That is like the sinking feeling you get in the pit of your stomach when you're just like, oh my god, I am locked. I'm about to take stupid damage to the face, and there's not a thing I can do about it. Harbinger's just like rubbing his like little claws together, going, oh yeah, dude, look at this. Because it's like Christmas early. He's just sitting there all the time in the world to load up a Shadow Bolt. 50 damage, and you are dead. You're out of here. And already, dude, these guys getting off to a great start. joinig, Lumicola, and Wiki already working down and getting that zoning field set up. As look at that. Nice pull on the Center PT into the Plague. Going to be spreading that all over the place. So getting some good heals out for Wiki. He can afford to go toe-to-toe with Troll right now. As Troll so low. We have God mode coming out on Wiki right now, and he is landing Shadow Bolts left and right, doing insane damage to the face, and Center PT getting caught out a little bit here. He is on the receiving end, as there is a little collapse going on him. Runic Confusion coming out, but the Chrono is there to stop it. He eats one of his own bolts, and this is not looking good for Click'em right now as the Shadow Bolts follow, and just insane damage coming out. Sinner so close to death. Zorak trying to space in to get some heals out onto him to just keep his teammates alive, but it's not enough. Machine gun with Wiki, and that is going to wrap it up. 3-2. We may have a counter coming up, though. joinig so close to death. 1 hit, but the Chrono was there, and his space was up in time to get him out of that tight spot, and Zorak just going to eat a bolt to the face. That is it. Not going to wrap it up, and they are going down. 2-1. Sinner finally, getting, Sauvé l'honneur a little bit, going to get a kill to just, kind of save Grace there. But, yeah, 3-0 win for this Warm team. Just complete domination coming out of them in this first map.
1,800 damage from Wiki. A lot of that is going to be the Shadow Bolt. 726 damage from Shadow Bolts. That's pretty impressive right there. But hey, lockdowns, God modes. I don't think we had really any kind of big trances going down for these. We didn't have that many reflects, and his aiming was just pretty spot on. You did see that one chrono go down, but anyway, that was about it.
Yeah, it's not gonna. I mean, if the Harbinger has the space that he needs to start just pinging off those, sniping those Shadow Bolts left and right, he had free reign. He was putting plagues all over the place, so everybody is snared. Everybody is dotting up, getting 4 damage a tick, and it's healing him for 4 health a tick. So I mean, it gives him all of the space he needs to go ahead, take risks, get in there, do some damage, land those Shadow Bolts, and really get his game rolling. Whereas Zorak, Center PT, and Troj, they're going to be on the back foot at that point. They're like, okay, this Harbinger has just got way too much control. What can we do to shut him down? But in the meantime, you got Junimaj and Lumicola. They're not going to be sitting on their hands. They're going to be helping in. And it's just so much pressure coming out that they really need to tighten up is what needs to happen here. We're seeing a lot of these situations where they're getting split up. They have, one DPS on one side, another over here. They're both getting picked apart. And this team really, revolves around collapsing, especially with an Astro there. You really want to be able to collapse and land on the single target, land that huge burst damage that they're capable of putting out, but we're really not seeing that happen right now. The Click It, they're kind of getting split, and they're just not reorganizing themselves to get that burst out that they need to be landing. So, I don't know, they need to change things up here. They need to stop giving up. They're giving up mid, but it's really working in Worm Team's favor as, because they have those Shadow Bolts, they have the conch shots, they have the chronos, so they have ways to set up zoning game anyway, so they're making them pay for every step, and it's really working in their favor.
All right, so I just have a bit of an update here from the BeyondGaming channel. Bugmon has taken out Sweethearts 2-0. So this last chance for Sweethearts, to land one of those qualifying spots was just, the rug is under their feet. So unfortunate for them, but Bugmon will be moving on. I do believe we're going to be putting them up next here on the stream, so we're going to have to see what kind of mega comp they've been running, as Bugmon has advanced now to the semifinals. Impressive stuff.
Impressive, sexy stuff. That's what better way, dude, to start it off. Bugmon doing a great job. Look at that. Were they in the last one? I don't remember.
I don't recognize them at all. But it's apparently it's Molk's team.
I mean,
he's a really popular Thorn. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, if it's Molk, then dude, small wonder. Molk is pretty scary. Haven't seen him as much in the Kill the Kings or really the tournament scene at all.
Yeah, they kind of dropped off for a bit, but. Yeah.
A while ago, he was a force to be reckoned with, so not really surprising to see his team doing well.
So you will notice in this round that the Cold team does have a Stalker instead of a Guardian this time, so Click It, going to be changing up a little bit. It doesn't matter because he gets conked on it and then grabbed. Now he's in the middle of everything. He's going to be trying to do a little bit of damage here to Junimaj, that's Engineer, but I mean, we're, 15 seconds into the game, and look at his health. I mean, 10%, easy, right there. He's going to have to play really defensively from here on out, but no, the machine gun coming out, big damage onto Sinner, but I think he actually got hit by that Clarity from Zorak, because he definitely moved and started shooting the wall a little bit, so not the best machine gun, but it's going to be doing the trick, I think, and look at Trobajaj right now. Sinner dropping as Zorak got slept a little bit, and another grab. Wiki going to be landing that kill with the grab there, and a big counter Q going down. Unfortunately, no one's in anymore. Sinner throwing away his ultimate, landed one shot into Wiki as he did a full 360. Junimaj actually taking a lot of damage from Zorak. Not exactly the place you think that you'd see it, but right now it is going to be Sinner and Zorak coming out. A good space over there into Wiki and Junimaj, but Lumicola, again, not really that much pressure. He's been throwing out all those heals, keeping his team up. A lot of temporary hit points going down, and I mean, just wow, that's about a 50% real health pool right there from these guys.
Dude, Wiki, so scary with those Shadow Bolts, man. Freaking sniper over here. He landed 3 Shadow Bolts in a row when he had his ultimate, all of them on different characters. So they're all running around with a damage amplification debuff on them. It's just the damage that follows that is going to be insane. They're not going to be able to handle it. And if they let him, just get up and set up for that sort of combo, it's not going to work out for them. They need to find a way to control Wiki right now, because right now he has way too much free reign, going on into these matches. As Wiki, there we go, getting a little bit of pressure by Sinner PT. Sinner doing a good job of shutting him down, and already he's at 40% HP. Going to go ahead and reposition, allow Lumi to get some heals onto him, as Junimaj getting worked over by Troj. Troj opting to go with his EX abilities. He is Oh man, that is not where he wants to be. He gets ported into the machine gun, but just gets the kill, barely gets the kill. And Center PT right now just trying to control Wiki right now because he has the God mode going on. He lands a double amplification, and that is 75% increased damage taken. So Troj, they have to be careful. They have to not give him any openings as the EX puncturing strikes come out once again. Wiki getting controlled magnificently right now, and this is exactly what Clickit needs to do. They need to shut down his pressure. He has way too much space to do what he wants in the rounds prior to this. So they're just doing an excellent job of controlling Wiki and not letting him set up those deadly Shadow Bolt combos. As caught in the corner right now, they're back in their spawn, and that is where no team ever wants to be. Lumi, trying to force the space out, but just not going to work out. And this is finally going to be a round in Clickit's favor. Bit of a forced goo there, kind of off in the middle of nowhere. And there it is. That is what I want to see more of. Wiki, the God mode, God mode ultimate is definitely worth the energy because you start landing Shadow Bolts. Shadow Bolts no longer has a cooldown, so you can start chaining those. Your M1 does insane damage and heals you for a lot, so you're basically unkillable. And your Affliction applies the debuff that it's an amplified damage through the roof. So yes, God mode is awesome, but Nether Strike is such a clutch EX ability. Silence for 1.5 seconds with 16 damage to boot. You could shut down a lot of this incoming pressure with that ability. So I want to see, Wiki, maybe change up his game a little bit. If he's getting caught out and controlled, he should be trying to use that Nether Strike, break up Clickit's momentum.
Well, we're going to have to see what he does do here, as Clickit does have one round under their belt now. Look at Junimaj taking huge damage from the Stalker, even going to be forced to just really retreat. Does not have his ultimate ready to go yet, but that will be changing. Going to have to see if it's going to be a big click here at this time. The machine gun goes down, and yes, they are going to grab that kill onto the Stalker. A terrible sense of timing coming out there as he spaced basically right into it. Sinner, again, throwing out his ultimate, not really hitting that many people with it, and he's just going to be dropping very quickly here as Junimaj is going to clean him up. That's leaving Zorak to go 1-on-3, but again, Wiki looking very strong. Another machine gun coming out of Junimaj, and yeah, this Wiki guy, no control at all going down onto him. 196 damage tanked, whereas Junimaj 338, and yeah, that was a huge overextension there by the Stalker, by Tro, and he really ended up getting paid for it there as he took a lot of machine gun bolts to the face.
Yeah, he just way too extended, out of line of sight of his healer, all the way up in the corner of the map. Excuse me. All the way up in the corner of the map, and that's just, he can't afford to make mistakes like that. So we're going to have to see, if he can change things up here. He needs to tighten his game up, More communication between his teammates needs to happen here as Wiki, going to work on him right now, forces that deviate out. So he is going to be down and a bit vulnerable as the cloak goes on him. So he's not going to be a very viable target, taking reduced damage, Rune Shield to follow it up, and Wiki getting slept in the background. So he's not able to put out that support, but he did have a nice silence, another striker going out there, and that's going to give them the opening they need to get out, reposition, get healed up, and topped off as the Troj would like to see maybe a Bloodline Medallion out of him, get some more real health HP back as, no, gets the barrier, puncturing strike in there, Wiki with the nether shift just in the nick of time, comes out with the God mode, but the Rune Shield is on there, the cloak is as well, and this is not going to be optimal as, man, Wuju gets procced, but it's not going to matter as the 45 damage Shadow Bolt comes out, but they do get the equalizer right now. Troj and Zorak sitting pretty right now, 2 versus 2, Wiki and Junimaj, a lot of damage, machine gun, but it is... Oh, wow, this is it. 1 versus 1. So close, there's not even any time to call it, guys. This is just so fast as we have the equalizer. This is 1v1, and Alchemist, if played well, is unbeatable in a 1 versus 1 situation. So Wiki really has to bring out the A game. He has to start landing those combos. He has enough for EX abilities, so if he lands, say the Blood Grip into Nether Strike combination, things could go bad for Zorak very quickly. But Zorak, being patient, taking his time. He does have the health lead. So if it comes down to Fog, he is going to be sitting pretty. But Wiki right now eats that instant injection. But he has the God mode, and that is it. Sleep is down. Barrier is up in the nick of time. But he needs to do as much damage as possible right now. He needs to make it happen as this is the clutch moment. Blood Grip in. He gets blinded, but he nether shifts just in time. Zorak is in a lot of trouble right now. Caught in the corner with Affliction on him. And the tables have turned. He is sitting... Oh no, that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Shadow Bolt comes out, the Blood Grip and Shadow Bolt combo, and Zorak goes down. 3-1 for Worm Team. Oh my god, Wiki, clutch Harbinger play.
Amazing. Yeah, so 3-1 and 3-0 for the two maps. That means Virtual Men is going to be moving on here to the semifinals. They're going to meet up with Well, somebody, but we know at least Bugmon is over there, and I do believe Team Dignitas is up there as well. So, I mean, we're getting down there, guys. Top 4 coming up next here. Bloodline Champions Beyond Gaming Qualifying Cup number 4, and let's go find out who we're going to be hitting up. I don't think you can match that wiki today, though. Wow, that was fun.